Hey guys, it's Sports Genie here. Today is my first podcast. If you don't know what we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about NBA and MLB facts. Now, my family is going to be picking out of the mailbag. So let's get started with the video.
All right, first question for the mailbag here. If the NBA season were to end today due to the coronavirus, how would you rank the top 3 players in NBA MVP voting?
I would do this. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 2, James Harden. Number 3, Nikola Jokic. The reason I'm putting Giannis Antetokounmpo at number 1 is because I think he's a great all-around player. I think he's a good scorer. He's really good at getting rebounds. He's also really explosive, and he has a really good team to back him up and dish him good passes. I also think that he is the best player in the NBA. Also, he's on the Milwaukee Bucks, who, in my opinion, will win the NBA championship if we have one. Now, a lot of times when you're an MVP candidate and your team wins the NBA championship, you will win MVP. Now, he's not the only person on the Bucks who can help the Bucks win. He also has Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and Brooks Lopez to back him up. The reason I put James Harden at number 2 below Giannis Antetokounmpo is I know he scores a lot of points, the most in the NBA, but Giannis Antetokounmpo gets more rebounds and blocks, and also James Harden gets more turnovers, which can affect it. Also, Giannis Antetokounmpo is more explosive than James Harden, and I don't think James Harden's team, the Houston Rockets, will win the NBA championship. Now, the reason I put Nikola Jokic at 3, first of all, a lot of people will say Luka Doncic is supposed to be at number 3, but no, I don't think so. The reason I don't think Luka Doncic will win MVP over Nikola Jokic is because of his injuries. He gets injured too much, in my opinion. And also because the Dallas Mavericks are not a championship contender. I think Jokic will win it because he's one of those really good young centers. He's only 20-something years old, and also he's leading the Denver Nuggets to a great record. He's also not going to be overtaken by any of the players on his team. The second best player is Jamal Murray, and I don't think Jamal Murray will take it over because he's only averaging 18 points a game. So Nikola Jokic is also the true star of his team.
All right, thanks, Sports Genie. All right, next question here is going to be read by the Sports Genie's little brother. What's our next question?
Which 2 teams in the MLB will make it into the World Series this year?
If they have a World Series this year, I think the Yankees and the Dodgers will make it. The reason I say the Yankees is because they have made major improvements this offseason. I know they lost out on some valuable assets such as Didi Gregorius and Dylan Betances. I know, but those 2 people were not good for the Yankees that season, and I don't know how good Didi Gregorius will be outside of Yankee Stadium. But the thing is, they added something really good. Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, in my opinion, got snubbed for the Cy Young. I think he should have won it. A lot of people, I know Justin Verlander had a great season. A lot of people really like him. He's the fine wine and all that stuff. But I really think Garrett Cole should have won. Garrett Cole had a 2.55 ERA and above 300 strikeouts. I think he's the best pitcher in the MLB. A lot of people are always saying DeGrom's the best pitcher, but I hear to say that is not true. DeGrom had a higher ERA than Garrett Cole this season. And people are always saying DeGrom's a better ERA pitcher. And also, Garrett Cole had more strikeouts than Jacob DeGrom. So I'm saying the Yankees added the best pitcher in the MLB. That's really good, and that will definitely boost their rotation. I know they lost out on Luis Severino, but still, if James Paxton can come back healthy and doing what he does, Masahiro Tanaka performs, and Garrett Cole performs. Also, Jordan Montgomery has been a good pitcher, and Domingo Germán comes back. That is a nasty, nasty rotation. I'd be scared to face any of these pitchers if I was a player. The reason I say the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to make the World Series is because the Dodgers have made some major improvements. I know they lost out on Hyunjin Ryu, but they still have a fire rotation. With Walker Buehler and Clayton Kershaw leading the way, that is really, really good. Clayton Kershaw didn't have an ERA. Clayton Kershaw had an ERA below 3 in the 2019 season. And Walker Buehler is a great, talented young pitcher. And also, they got to add David Price to the rotation. David Price had an ERA below 4. David Price might not be the pitcher he once was, but he's not washed like some people say. Now, the big banger here. Mookie Betts added to the Dodgers. That is crazy. Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger in the same lineup. That is crazy good. How do we even have that? Cody Bellinger to hit cleanup and Mookie Betts to hit first. That is really good. Mookie Betts will hit maybe some doubles. Maybe there's 2 outs, but Cody Bellinger comes in, swings, and gets a home run. That's an automatic 2 runs for the Dodgers if that happens. I think that's a dynamic duo. With Cody Bellinger and Mookie Betts at the top of the dynamic duos. And so is Anthony Rendon and Mike Trout. That is crazy. Also, to add Max Muncy, and we saw the potential of Will Smith, that is a great lineup. I know they missed out on Kenta Maeda, but, he wasn't great that season. And also the young star of Gavin Lux.
All right, that was excellent. Thank you, Sports Genie. All right, final question here. This is a question from local sports fans in the D.C. area. The Washington Wizards are likely to not make the playoffs this year. If you were the GM of the Wizards, what are their biggest needs that you would address this offseason?
I think they would need a better center and a better small forward. I don't think Isak Bonga is a good small forward, in my opinion, to start. He'd be fine if he was on the bench. I'd be fine with that. But I can't have him starting on the Wizards. He's just not a starter caliber player. I don't like it. Now, I know they will be losing out on Davis Bertans, but Rui Hachimura could step out and be that good power forward, and on the bench, you could have Jerome Robinson playing power forward. Now, also, they need a better center. Jan Mahinmi is going out in free agency, and honestly, I'm happy about that. I think he's overpaid. I think if they can get rid of that contract, get some money back, and pay for a decent center, or even trade for one, I'd be happy. Because Jan Mahinmi cannot start at center. He cannot. It'd be fine if he was a bench player, but I cannot have him starting. It is not okay. And I cannot have the Wizards paying him above $10 million. So that's what I think the Wizards need.
Great. Well, thank you, Sports Genie. Excellent first podcast, and we'll be signing on again with you soon.
Bye.